The battle over higher education funding will carry on into the new legislative session.
A Baton Rouge business introduces a new way to relax.
And the search for next year's glittering girls in gold begins.
All of this and more. Newsbeat starts right now. And I'm Johnston Von Springer. Thanks for joining us. President Trump's first week is in full swing, and he is already taking some big steps towards fulfilling the promises he made during his campaign. Make America Great Again might have been his slogan, but one of his most memorable campaign promises was that he would build a wall and make Mexico pay for it. Today, the president signed more executive orders. According to the White House, these will move America closer to building the wall in the U.S.-Mexico border, boost border patrol, and increase deportations of undocumented immigrants. Many are concerned about the price of this wall and who will pay for it while the president negotiates with Mexico. The estimated cost of the wall, according to Business Insider, is at least $15 billion. During a press conference today, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer had this to say about the latest executive orders.
It's a common sense first step to really securing our porous border. This will stem the flow of drugs, crime, illegal immigration into the United States. And yes, one way or another, as the president has said before, Mexico will pay.
The battle for funding Louisiana colleges and universities continues, and many students are worried about how they will afford school if there are more cuts to TOPS. I sat down with a member of the Louisiana legislature to discuss what is next for higher education. As spring semester gets underway, it marks the first time many are attending LSU without TOPS being fully funded. State Representative Steve Carter plans to fight for students during the upcoming legislative session.
They went in good faith doing the core courses and the grade point average and the ACT, et cetera, that they needed to do. And we let them down.
With a special session to address the state's budget deficit likely, Carter says higher education is at the top of his list.
I'll do every conceivable thing I can do, and I don't care whether they're homeschooled, they're vouchered, they're chartered. I don't care how you educate someone, but give them the opportunity to get a good education. So that's my number one priority, and I think it's a pretty high priority with a lot of other people also.
While acknowledging that higher education will not leave the session unscathed, Carter believes that possible cuts will not nearly be as high as they were in 2016.
It still remains to be seen, but I do think that the feeling of most of the people, and I can only speak on the House side, is that they're tired of continuing to cut higher ed.
If cuts to higher education continue, many may be faced with the reality of choosing whether or not to take out hefty loans in order to attend college. Carter believes that both students and parents must confront this challenge in advance.
You need to give some thought to where you are, what you're going to do, and if it's college, then plan way ahead and go to school and get a good education.
The Baton Rouge native understands the pressures that students are facing financially, but stresses that higher education is tremendously important, and lawmakers will be taking that into consideration at the Capitol.
If you're not educated, you don't have a chance, to be a success in life. I was educated, and I've had a great life, and that's the reason why. So education is the key to everything.
Representative Carter discussed how aggravated he is that health care and higher education are the first factors to have their funding slashed. He thinks that there needs to be a constitutional convention in order to address these issues. Carter also said that the state's use of their rainy day fund is just kicking the can down the road.
A new way to relieve stress now comes with a healthy side of salt. Float opened in October of last year and provides flotation and dry salt therapy. According to manager John Foval, flotation therapy can reduce stress levels and help people with fatigue and sleep issues. On the other hand, the salt therapy can help those with asthma and other allergies. But Foval says it's important to disconnect from the outside world on occasion, and this therapy is one way to do that.
It's kind of got two main sides of benefits. One side is it almost forcefully puts you in a very restful, meditative-like state. The other side is it's really good for pain relief as well, because the water takes all the pressure off your body, and the Epsom salt, that's what's making you float inside of the tub, is actually really good for pain relief, muscle repair, joint repair, that kind of thing.
For those of you interested in finding out more, visit Float's website, or you can find Float at 8312 Jefferson Highway in Baton Rouge. The LSU Golden Girls held their first clinic of the 2017 audition season this past Saturday. Over 50 girls aspiring to be one of those glittering girls of gold attended the clinic, which will prepare them for auditions on April 22nd. Auditionees get the opportunity to learn choreography from the Golden Girl captains and get a taste of what the extensive audition process will be like. Every year, the Golden Girls bring in close to 100 girls to auditions, but only 18 will get a spot on the team.
Clinics help prepare the girls that are interested in auditioning because it really, truly explains and sets out the expectations that are required for the tryout. It also helps build their confidence because it is such a long day, and maintaining that confidence and belief in themselves is really, really important in our tryouts.
This clinic was one of 3 that will be held throughout the audition season. The next will be on March 4th at the Tiger Band Hall.
In fall of 2014, LSU put a smoking ban into place on campus, but smokers continue to push back.
Find out more after the break.
LSU administration officially implemented a tobacco ban in 2014, but the school still struggles enforcing it. Tiger TV reporter Kara Saint-Saray has more.
I've been going to school here, probably on campus, probably about 5 years. And that was before, initially, whenever this area was still a smoking area. And this was their spot way before, and they chilled, they talked to their friends, they socialized.
Tobacco's adverse effects on the body prompted many Louisiana citizens to vote for smoking bans back in 2007. Those efforts pushed for smoking in public areas like bars and restaurants to be eliminated. LSU tried to follow in these footsteps and create a smoke-free campus back in 2014, but nearly 3 years later, the pungent scent of nicotine still wafts through the air. Judith Sylvester, a jump-starter of the movement, says it was meant to be self-enforcing. It was different when it was outdoors. We tried to go out and inform students about it. There is no upside to smoking, period. Anybody who tells you they're going to quit soon, if they're addicted, they won't. I have seen how hard it is to quit. I'm not unsympathetic to that. I completely get that. But it's better to stop now. It's better not to start. Meanwhile, smokers like Megan Malone say they respect the law, but it neglects their addiction.
It's an addiction, and I think that the school needs to be a little more understanding of that, because it's not something you can just stop. Some people can't get through the day without a cigarette, and if they're on campus all day, they need a smoke. And we don't want to continue this for our whole lives. We know what it does to your bodies. We know it's dangerous.
Reporting from LSU, I'm Kara St. Cyr.
The smoking on campus argument shows no sign of ending anytime soon, but Judith Sylvester says she'll continue to fight for a smoke-free campus. After the break, the nation's largest retailer is about to start selling cars.
Don't go anywhere. Today, actress Mary Tyler Moore passed away at the age of 80. According to her family, Moore passed away due to complications with pneumonia. Moore was well known for her starring role on The Dick Van Dyke Show. She later obtained her own sitcom called The Mary Tyler Moore Show, where she played a TV news producer named Mary Richards. The show also featured Betty White, and according to the Huffington Post, The Mary Tyler Moore Show was one of the first shows to feature a never-married working woman as its central character.
Walmart is the go-to place for many Americans to buy pretty much everything on their shopping list. Well, now it looks like Walmart is entering into the car selling business. On April 1st, Walmart will launch the program through a partnership with CarSaver, which is an online automotive retail platform. Walmart will not technically be a dealership, but will use kiosk stations at 25 of its supercenter locations to make car purchases from dealerships in the area easier. CarSaver allows buyers to find their desired new or used cars and apply for financing and insurance. Apart from the in-store kiosks, consumers can also look online, on their mobile devices, or by calling an 800 number. So if you're in the market for a car, you can put it on your Walmart shopping list. And that's going to do it for us today. You can keep up with us on social media and on our website at lsunow.com.
Make sure you stick around for Tiger TV Sports after this. Thanks for watching and have a great evening, Tigers.